Have you ever wondered how a boy born into poverty could grow up to control the largest empire the world has ever seen? This is the story of Temujin, who the world would come to know as Genghis Khan. Born in the heartlands of Mongolia in 1162, his life was far from easy. The harsh realities of the steppes were only the beginning. When he was a mere child, his father was poisoned by rival clans, casting his family into a life of hardship and exile. But adversity has a way of forging greatness. Young Temujin was no stranger to challenges, and he faced them with a determination that was far beyond his years. Even as a child, he exhibited a strategic mind, a quality that would later become his trademark as a leader. It was these early trials that shaped him, prepared him for the path he was to take. Even in the face of adversity, the young Temujin showed a determination and strategic mind that would later shape the course of world history. From hardship came resilience, and from resilience, power. Temujin, a young boy whose father was poisoned by rival clans, was thrust into a life of hardship and exile. Undeterred, he rose from these humble beginnings to unite the Mongol tribes, not through force alone, but through strategic alliances and calculated military conquests. Temujin's leadership style was a blend of military might and diplomacy. He organized his warriors into a disciplined, highly mobile cavalry force, a strategy that gave him a significant edge over his adversaries, but he also knew the power of negotiation. He offered his enemies a choice: surrender and become part of his expanding empire, or risk total annihilation. In 1206, his efforts culminated in a grand assembly of Mongol leaders who proclaimed him Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. The once exiled boy was now the head of a united Mongol nation. Genghis Khan, the universal ruler, had begun his reign and the world would never be the same. Imagine an empire so vast that it spanned continents from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. This was the Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan. Born as Temujin, he rose from humble beginnings to unite the Mongol tribes and create an empire that was both feared and respected. Genghis Khan was a military genius. He organized his warriors into a disciplined, highly mobile cavalry force, which gave him a significant advantage over his enemies. But he was not just a warrior, he was also a shrewd diplomat who offered his enemies a choice: surrender and join his empire or face total annihilation. Beyond the battlefield, Genghis Khan was a reformer. He established trade routes, promoted religious tolerance, and implemented administrative reforms that promoted social justice and stability. His empire was not just a force of destruction, but also a catalyst for change, shaping the world in ways that still resonate today. Under Genghis Khan, the Mongol Empire was not just a force of destruction, but also a catalyst for change. What happens when a great leader passes? In the case of Genghis Khan, his influence endured. When Genghis Khan breathed his last in 1227, he left behind an empire stretching from China to Eastern Europe, and a legacy that would shape the world for centuries. His descendants continued to expand the Mongol Empire, their conquests reaching as far as Hungary and Korea. But the impact of Genghis Khan was not just felt in the expansion of borders. His policies of religious tolerance, administrative reforms, and the establishment of trade routes fostered an environment of cultural exchange and commerce across Eurasia. Even his military strategies, so effective in his conquests, have been studied and adapted by countless generals and strategists over the centuries. In effect, Genghis Khan's influence extends far beyond his lifetime, far beyond the boundaries of his empire. His legacy is still felt today, from the borders of nations to the cultural and commercial exchanges across Eurasia and beyond. Genghis Khan, a name that echoes through the annals of history. Born as Temujin in the harsh terrains of Mongolia, he rose from the ashes of hardship and exile to become the universal ruler. His story is one of audacious resilience, a young boy left to fend for himself in a world of rival clans who grew to unite the Mongol tribes under one banner. His military genius and diplomatic acumen were unparalleled, reshaping the world as we knew it. The Mongol Empire under his rule stretched from China to Eastern Europe. He established trade routes, promoted religious tolerance, and implemented laws to promote social justice. His legacy, far from being confined to the pages of history, continues to shape our world today. His descendants expanded his empire, influencing geopolitics, culture, and commerce across Eurasia. In the story of Genghis Khan, we find a testament to human resilience, strategic brilliance, and the profound impact one life can have on the course of history.